Wiccan traditions have 4 sacred tools. These are the ATHAME, blade, the wand, the chalice, and the pentagram. Each of these corresponds to one of the 8s and to everything associated with that particular 8. Thus, just as each 8 has many correspondences, so too the Wiccan tools have many correspondences and meanings on many levels. Pronounced ATHAME or ATHAME. The ATHAME or ceremonial knife is the first of the 4 major working tools. These are considered very sacred and are symbolic to many of the Wiccan religion. The ATHAME represents the element of air in its connotation of thought or decision. It represents the moment of first creation and symbolizes the god as son and brother of the goddess, lord of manifestation. It is also called the sword of art and represents the phallus of the god. More properly termed ATHAME, the ATHAME is used in modern Wicca for a variety of purposes, most notably to cast the magic circle. The magic circle or circle of art is used to contain and focus the energy raised during a ritual. This is one of the central acts of Wiccan religious practice. You'll learn more about the circle of art in Lesson 6. At one time, several different sorts of ritual knives were in use, and these were differentiated by the color of their hilts. Most common were the ATHAME, which had a black hilt, and the boline or borin, which had a white hilt. The ATHAME was used to cast the circle, cut herbs, and so on. The boline was used in the creation of magical artifacts. The ATHAME was sacred to the goddess, while the boline was sacred to the god. This custom, however, is not in general use today. Today the term ATHAME is used to describe any ceremonial knife, and a single blade can serve all purposes. The color of the hilt is no longer necessarily black, but may be and often is of any color. Contemporary ATHAMEs often have hilts of wood or horn, while others have hilts of metal set with gemstones. In choosing an ATHAME, select one that appeals to you and makes you feel magical to use. Once you've selected your ATHAME, you will need to consecrate it. You'll find simple instructions for consecration for each of the 4 sacred tools in the Spell of the Month section of this lesson. You'll mainly use your ATHAME to create the magic circle. The magic circle can be used in personal workings as well as group workings. It's not necessary for everything you will do, but it can be helpful. You will learn how to cast the circle of art or magic circle in Lesson 6. The wand is the second of the 4 sacred tools. The wand represents the element of fire, and the power of the god as consort of the goddess, lord of cycles. In the Correllian tradition, the wand is primarily used in invoking the quarters, for cleansings, and as part of certain specific rituals. The purpose of the wand is to facilitate the directing of energy. One holds the wand and focuses energy through it, visualizing the energy emerging as a beam from the tip of the wand. Wands are available in a great variety of types. You can get them made of wood, crystal, copper, or silver, or you can make your own. They can be very complex, but they can also be very simple. The simplest form of wand, and also the oldest, is just a stick decorated in a way that has meaning for you. Feathers, stones, shells, ribbon, these and many other things can be used to decorate a wand. Many people believe a wand must be complicated, but the ancient Egyptians used wands that were simply carved in symbolic shapes, and their magic was unparalleled. As with the ATHAME, when you have made or selected your wand, you will want to consecrate it before use. The chalice is the 3rd sacred tool and represents the element of water and the power of the goddess as mother of all creation. A chalice can be any kind of glass or cup, and every kind imaginable is used. The chalice is used mainly to make libations, or drink offerings, and to confer blessing. To make a libation, a little bit of water, wine, or juice is placed in the chalice, and then cleansed and consecrated. Blessed in ritual, the libation is offered to goddess, god, ancestors, spirit guides, one's higher self, etc. The libation is then left on the altar for the rest of the ritual, and perhaps a while afterwards. It is then disposed of out of doors. To confer blessing, the cup is filled with water, wine, juice, or other beverage, which is then cleansed and consecrated. The cup is blessed in the name of goddess and god and then drank. As the liquid is drank, the blessing symbolically enters the drinker. This can be done in individual or group worship. The same technique can be used as an act of magic. In this case, the chalice is blessed for a certain effect, such as improved health. It may be drank at once, or it may be further charged by being placed in direct sunlight or moonlight for several hours. When you fill the chalice, bless the liquid in the following manner. Make 3 Tuatha circles over the liquid and say, I exorcise you, casting out from you any negativity which may lie within, while visualizing the chalice filled with yellow light. Then make 3 jostle circles, saying, and I do bless and consecrate you to this work, while visualizing the chalice filled with blue-white light. Like your other tools, you will need to consecrate your chalice before you begin to use it. The pentagram is the 4th sacred tool. It represents the element of earth and the goddess as union of all things. The pentagram is a 5-pointed star in a circle. As a tool, it is usually worn as a medallion. The pentagram medallion can be used to focus energy and also to ground it. To focus energy through the medallion, you visualize a ball of light in your heart chakra or your throat chakra. Then, focus a beam of that light through the medallion. You can also hold the medallion in your hand and focus energy through it. In this case, you would focus through your palm chakra. You can also pull the energy down through your crown chakra and focus it through the medallion. To ground energy, you place both hands over the medallion and release into it, visualizing all excess energy going into the medallion. Then you must cleanse the medallion under running water. You will learn more about how to do these things in future lessons. As with the other sacred tools, you will need to consecrate your pentagram medallion before use. The pentagram has a very ancient history, being as old as recorded history. In Egypt, the 5-pointed star was called Tuat and represented the divine power, and magic in general. The pentagram, the 5-pointed Tuat star in a circle, was called Tuat and represented the spirit realm. In Greece, the 5-pointed star was the symbol of Pythagorean thought. The Pythagoreans called it the pentalpha, or 5 A's, because it could be broken down into 5-letter A's. The Pythagoreans considered it very sacred that the pentalpha could be drawn with a single line, and they extrapolated all manner of mathematical and metaphysical theories from it. The Pythagoreans also marked the pentalpha onto their palms as a sign of identification. To this day, to have a natural pentagram marked in the lines of the palm of the hand is considered in palmistry to be a sign of extreme magical potency. The pentagram is said to represent the 4 elements, together with the 5th element, which is spirit. It is also said to represent the human form with arms and legs outspread.